I enter. I'm dressed to the nines. Mike sits on the couch. He holds a Vogue magazine. I spot it. Are you looking for makeup tips?
What?
The magazine. Why are you reading it?
Oh, Grace and I are looking to renew our wedding vows. So she wants me to look up dress ideas for her.
Why? And why would she choose you for that assignment of all people?
Grace wants to make the dress from scratch.
And she chose you as that person to look for the dress ideas? You.
Yeah? What's your point? I'm stylish when I want to be. I would think you'd know that already.
And the sad thing is, you actually believe that. Wow, you're stupid.
Come on, I am stylish. You want me to set up a catwalk for me to prove that?
I kinda do. Yeah,
Well, you say another word, and I'll do it in a flash.
you're wearing a sweatshirt with a horse's ass as its logo.
So what? This looks. Damn, I've got porridge stains on this sweatshirt.
You were saying you were stylish.
Fine. I'll get Grace to get her own ideas. She can leave me the hell alone.
Great plan. I'm glad I could help.
Speaking of dresses, you look stunning tonight. Twirl for me.
I twirl for Mike.
Ugh. If I weren't happily married, you'd be rejecting me right now.
If you weren't my best pal, I would have fired you the second you said your words.
Fair enough. I'll behave myself.
I really look okay?
You're a 9 out of 10.
Thank you.
Hang on. You and Brandon going on a date? Ever mentioned it?
Mike, don't assume anything. It makes an ass out of you and me.
Brandon must have told me when I was asleep while looking after Leo. Which doesn't happen at all, so ignore that bullshit.
I should hope not. And yes, I do have a date, but it's not with Brandon.
Oh boy.
Why did you say that?
No reason.
I need you to start speaking.
I just thought you two would have worked out your relationship differences by now and given the romance another shot.
Does Brandon want us to give it another go? Has he expressed that thought to you?
Not precisely, no.
Well, Brandon hasn't expressed it to me either.
Still, you two are peas in a pod. You go together like Snoop and Dre. Like John Candy and John Hughes.
I'm sorry, Mike, but you're losing me.
I'm saying you belong together.
Maybe we do. But honestly, I've been hinting to Brandon that I want us to get back together for a month now, and the dude hasn't taken a hint. So what's the girl meant to do but act?
Well, why hint when you can tell him?
I'm scared of rejection. So what's Brandon's problem?
He's a man. Speaking on behalf of my own gender, when have men ever read the signs? It's never in Neverland.
I'm going on this date, and that's that.
So what? Go play games with him by dating other men until what?
I'll play games until your best bud has the guts to ask me out. Until then, he'll have to suffer.
Oh, that's cruel, Whitney.
Then speak to him. Get him to ask me out. If you care about him, you'll do it.
Okay, how about this? You hold off on dating other men. And I'll get Brandon to.
Nope. Not interested in waiting. I need to put pressure on Brandon. He'll have to act when he knows I'm on the date.
How will he know you're on a date when you refuse to tell him?
You care for him, and so I assume you'll tell him.
Whitney, it's not my job to play the middleman of this story. You need to be upfront with Brandon and talk to him.
No. Bye, jackass. I grab my handbag and exit. A second later, the front door opens and shuts. Brandon enters.
Huh. What's, Whitney all dressed up for?
Oh, she's going on a date.
A what?
A date. Not deaf.
Brandon runs towards the front door. He opens the door, but my car is gone. Brandon re-enters.
Okay, Mike, spill. I need you to tell me everything.
Brandon whisks cookie dough with a mixer. Leo signs, "What's wrong with my dad?" Mike signs back.
Just found out that your mom has gone out on a date with another man.
Leo signs, "Oh boy, this should be fun."
What are you two signing about?
Ooh.
Well, stop it.
Look, bud, if this upsets you, I can call Whitney and tell her Leo's sick. She'll end her date and race back home.
No, thanks, but I'm okay.
Brandon pushes the cookie dough bowl away.
Like her. So tell her.
No, I don't like Whitney.
Leo signs, "He's funny."
Alright, well, then you shouldn't be as upset as you are right now, should you?
Oh, just leave me alone.
Brandon sits on a stool. Brandon takes out his cell phone. He starts scrolling through my Instagram page. Mike sneaks up behind him.
Ooh, you're snooping on her.
But no, I'm checking to see if she's okay. I mean, for all I know, she could be on a date with an axe murderer, you know?
You really think that?
Yeah, I do. And I need to walk.
Brandon gets up from the stool and starts pacing the kitchen.
Call Whitney and tell her you like her back. Please, do it for all our sakes.
Look, get this through your thick skull. I do not like Whitney.
More you deny your feelings, further away she moves from you.
Ugh, stop talking, please.
Mike gets a text from me. He looks at it.
What was that? Was that Whitney?
Hey, you don't like her, so why would you care if it is her?
I don't. I really don't. So, I don't care.
Great. Say no more on the subject.
Mike gets another text from me.
Is that his abs she's touching?
Ugh, give me the damn phone.
Brandon takes Mike's phone off him. Brandon looks at the phone and his face falls.
These are WhatsApp messages from Grace.
That's right. I tricked you.
Look, I don't like her, so stop with these games.
Leo gets up from the kitchen table. He walks up to Brandon. Leo gestures for Brandon to lower himself to his level. Leo signs, "Dad, I'm a kid, and even I know you like Mom." Brandon sags to the floor. He looks empty and broken.
You surrender.
Yes, okay, fine. I like Whitney.
And are you going to tell her?
Nope.
Brandon stands up.
I'm gonna call Rachel and ask her out for a drink.
You want to take Whitney's cousin out for a date like an immature idiot?
Yeah, that's right. I do.
Oh, come on. You're being stupid here.
Well, so what if I am? I mean, Whitney's out on a date right now with another guy.
And what?
Well, and I need to show her that I'm not just here, just sitting around and waiting for her to come home like I'm some hopeless prick.
I'm trying, but it's hard not to laugh.
Look, Dick, I am lovable and funny. If Whitney can't see that in me, well, I'm guessing her cousin Rachel will.
Brandon walks off. Leo signs, "My dad, does he come from a broken home?"
Yes, Leo. He does. I'm sorry.
I open the front door. I put away my keys as Mike enters. "So, does Brandon know I went on a date?"
Sure does.
Was he jealous at all?
Not especially.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure it's my place to say.
Do you need me to, kick you in the balls to get you to speak?
According to Brandon, he's on a date.
Mike moves away, and I follow him into the living room. Brandon's dating? Who? Who's the tramp?
Rachel.
Do we know a Rachel?
Yeah. She's petite, blonde, average-looking boobies.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Christ. Brandon is dating your cousin, Rachel.
My cousin Rachel?
That's right.
Brandon wouldn't do that to me, so I think you're mistaken.
I thought you wouldn't have eyes for another man. But I guess I was mistaken about that, too.
How long has he been dating Rachel?
It started tonight.
Before or after you told him I went on a date?
After.
So Brandon wants revenge.
No. He wants to make you pay for looking elsewhere when he knows you like him.
I can't believe he'd do this to me.
Well, it's happened. So what's your next move? How do you want to tackle this?
I'm telling Brandon I'm engaged.
Of course you are.
If Brandon thinks he can punish me by dating my cousin, then I can just be as cruel as he is to me.
I'm not even gonna bother to try to talk you out of your plan. Pointless.
The front door opens. Brandon enters. I walk over to him and I put on a smile.
Hey, Whitney. Look, I wanted you to hear this from me before Mike told you, but, I'm dating your cousin, Rachel.
I heard. Mike told me.
Oh, well, I hope that's okay.
It's a free world. Do what you like.
Well, I'm glad there are no hurt feelings.
There isn't. None whatsoever.
So Brandon, Whitney has her own news to tell you. It's, quite a biggie, so seatbelts are advised.
Oh?
It's nothing.
I figured.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you don't see guys past a second date, so I'm just guessing your last date didn't exactly go according to plan.
For your information, ass muncher, I'm engaged. I'm engaged to be married. With that, I walk off.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of I've Got You. That Love podcast has over 190 episodes out now. If you'd like to help us continue making great love stories for you, please consider joining our Patreon page for a low monthly fee of $1. We also have this episode script if you'd like to read whilst listening to it. The link is on the show page. Every penny of your money will go into helping us make even better content for you, the audience, to enjoy. Thank you for your kindness, and have a great day.
I shut the door to Leo's bedroom. Brandon walks over. Leo is fast asleep. He is so cute.
Yeah, he is. So anyway, what do you mean you're, engaged?
Well, what do you mean you're dating Rachel?
You can't be engaged, Whitney.
And why the hell not?
Well, I forbid it.
You forbid it. And what? Do I have to do what you say? Is that how things go?
Precisely. You're gonna end your relationship.
Not until you stop seeing Rachel.
Alright. How do I know you're not tricking me?
How would I trick you?
Well, you could get me to dump Rachel so that I'm all alone.
And what?
And then you can push forward with your relationship with the douchebag that you're dating and then hammer a nail into what is left of my heart.
That seems a little excessive. I don't care enough for you to want to do that. Mike enters.
I'm sorry. You spent a minute listening to this chat, and enough is enough.
Don't you dare, Mike.
Brandon, Whitney wanted to make you jealous by dating the douchebag.
Oh, really? And why is that?
She did it because she likes you.
Ha! I knew it!
And Whitney, Brandon didn't go out with Rachel. He called about 20 minutes after he saw her and asked me if Brandon had a head injury. I laughed a lot. But that's not the point.
I knew it was a lie.
Brandon was upset with you for going on a date, which is why he wanted revenge.
Why was he jealous?
That's for you to know by talking to him. Bye.
Mike exits. Why were you jealous?
Maybe I like you.
I smile. I need a firmer answer than that.
Fine. I like you. Again.
And to be clear, you'd never have eyes for anyone else. Is that correct?
Do I have to answer that?
If you want me, you will answer it.
Yes. You're the only woman I have eyes for. Well, that said, it could change if suddenly Rihanna found me sexy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Come on, I was kidding.
Even if you weren't, I wouldn't let you out of my sight.
Okay, you win. I only have eyes for you.
I'm glad to know that. Now, come here. Brandon walks over to me. I kiss him. We break the kiss and smile. This relationship has started the race. We sound out.
This was I've Got You. It was voiced by me, Chakri Matianant, Melanie Rose, and Jake Johnston. It was written, produced, and directed by Joao Nasita. We hope you enjoyed this episode of I've Got You. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and be sure to subscribe to the podcast on all your favorite podcast listening apps. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at ThatLovePod and on Instagram and Facebook at That Love Podcast.